I always thought buying a quiet cabin by the lake would mean peace and relaxation. But the moment my wife and I moved in, we found out the nearby HOA had a self-proclaimed queen bee, Karen. She treated the entire area like her kingdom, even though our cabin wasn't part of their HOA. From day one, she made it her mission to keep things in order. Translation: bother us for everything. It started small notes taped to our door about unauthorized landscaping, even though we were just planting flowers. Then came complaints about our non-approved boat dock. She was relentless, convinced that her rules applied everywhere. We usually ignored her, but one Saturday morning, things escalated beyond ridiculous. Karen marched up our driveway with her little clipboard, yelling that she had filed official complaints about our cabin. When we told her again, we weren't part of her HOA, she snapped. She whipped out her phone, dialed the sheriff, and screamed, "They're refusing inspection. Send officers immediately." 15 minutes later, 2 deputies pulled up. My stomach twisted. The last thing I wanted was a scene. Karen rushed over, dramatically pointing at our cabin like we were harboring fugitives. "Search their property. They're violating community codes," she shouted. But before the officers could respond, my wife stepped out onto the porch. She was calm, collected, and dressed casually in jeans and a t-shirt, and the moment the deputies saw her, their entire demeanor shifted, straightened up, exchanged a quick look, and then right there in front of Karen's, napped into a crisp salute. Karen's mouth fell open. "W, what's going on? Why are you saluting her?" She stammered. What Karen didn't know, and what I'd never bothered to mention to nosy neighbors, was that my wife is a decorated commander in the U.S. Navy. She had just returned from overseas, and the deputies knew exactly who she was. "Commander," one of them said respectfully, "Ma'am, do you need us here, or shall we clear out?" Karen's face went pale. Her shrill voice dropped to a whisper. She realized she hadn't just called the cops on her rule-breaking neighbors. She had tried to order law enforcement to harass a Navy officer at her own home. My wife gave a small nod. "Thank you, gentlemen. We're fine here." The deputies turned, gave her one last salute, and left. Karen stood frozen, speechless for the first time since we'd met her. Without another word, she shuffled back to her golf cart and sped off. From that day forward, she never bothered us again. Turns out, even HOA Karens know when they've picked the wrong battle. Asterisk for more interesting and heart-touching stories. Hit the subscribe button now.